Well, hello folks, this is Jamil Sweat for Gunstock Reviews. We're here at Cowtown, USA in Peoria, Arizona with Scot Folk from Apex Tactical. He is the COO and co-owner of the company and inventor, engineer, and genius, I guess.
I don't know about that part.
Well, yeah, but you came up with a great solution for the Apex trigger for the Hellcat, right?
Yeah.
Well, how did it start? How did this project start?
When we first heard about the Hellcat, we just decided, hey, let's take a look at it. It's just like everything else. When a new gun hits the market, we immediately begin trying to see if there's something we can or want to do for it. So we picked up one of the guns, brought it in, and just tore it apart. Started looking at it. Hey, we want to do this, this, and this. So the first thing was, let's do a trigger. We're best known for our triggers, for the M&Ps and everything else. So it was just let's just go for it. So we took it apart, designed a trigger. I had a prototype, a manually made prototype within a few hours, and we basically just jumped right in and started going.
So, Scott, how long did it take you from the time you got the pistol to getting a working prototype?
Basically, it didn't take very long. We had a working prototype machined, unanodized in less than a month.
So what was your feedback at SHOT Show?
SHOT Show feedback was great. We brought it over and we showed it to a handful of the insiders at Springfield and a few other industry insiders we knew, and everyone loved it. They loved the comfort of the trigger, they loved the design, the look, all of it. Just very, very positive.
So the trigger's available now. Why did it take so long from the prototype to getting a working trigger for the public?
That's a great question, actually. It's not just a matter of making a prototype that works, but it's a matter of making a prototype that functions the way we want it to, does all the things we need, and is safe. We do a ton of testing, a ton of little minor revisions to make it just right. We check manufacturability, we check the fit, form, function, pre-travel, over-travel settings. In multiple guns, we have to test everything. So there's a lot of testing that goes into this. And so it's not just a quick throw it into a gun and go. It's got to be tested and proven and vetted by us before we send it to market. So it takes time, and we will not release it until we're happy that it is what we want it to.
So you actually dropped them that many times from that high onto concrete?
Yeah, we did a lot of drop testing. It was actually the most difficult thing for us was because of how busy the industry is right now, getting our hands on the guns. Fortunately, we were able to communicate with Springfield directly, and they were able to help us with getting more guns for our drop testing. The great part is, even with all those drops, the guns are still functional. The one that we dropped at 99 times is still fully functional, still shoots, still does everything we want it to do with that much damage. And it's hard. I mean, you look at a gun and it's a thing of beauty, right? You don't want to drop it onto concrete, and it hurts. Like the first time we drop it, we all kind of cringe when we hit the button, but it's part of the job. It's necessary to make sure it works.
I already tested the pistol with your trigger. I really love it. So what led you to this design? What was your inspiration in this design?
So our design for the Hellcat trigger was based on a lot of little factors. Number one factor for us is always that we maintain factory safety values in whatever we do. In this case, our center mount pivoting safety is wide and it's super comfortable. We designed it so it sits just sub-flush when you pull the trigger, so it's more comfortable as possible. The trigger face has a slightly rounded but not fully flat face to it. We call it a semi-flat trigger. And the reasoning for that is that it's more ergonomically comfortable with the arc of the trigger pull because of the length required to actually actuate the entire system, disengage the striker block, and actually fire. So the trigger is designed around those features just to make it as comfortable as possible because, let's face it, nobody likes an uncomfortable trigger. And there's always those differences of what people like ergonomically. Your trigger finger versus mine will feel things differently. So we try to make it comfortable across the board, and that's what we've achieved.
Okay, now the big question is, how difficult is this trigger to install?
Install's pretty straightforward. It's a very simple system. It's a very simple gun to disassemble, reassemble. We offer a YouTube install video walking you through step by step. The biggest difficulty in the entire installation of the system is mounting the factory trigger bar onto the trigger. That's where you have the most risk of damaging things. So in our video, we go through using a smooth jaw vise with a little bit of vise paper to prevent damage to it and squeezing the pin in by using the vise handle to turn it versus using a hammer. That's really the most difficult part. The rest is just a simple matter of disassemble, reassemble, and go. There's no fitting required, and that's the beauty of our stuff, is that all of our kits are designed to be installed simply as they are, no modification required.
How about if I screw up? What do I do?
If you have an issue, call customer service. Call Apex, we'll help you. All of our customer service reps are versed very well at the disassembly, reassembly, and installation of our kits, all of them. The Hellcat's the latest one we just got into, so everyone in there has done them a couple times now, and they can walk you through what's going on. It's very straightforward stuff though, but again, just call customer service. That's what they're there for.
I have the black thin blue line trigger. What other options are available for this pistol?
So we'll launch this trigger with our normal black trigger, black safety. We'll offer the red trigger with the black safety. We'll offer our thin blue line version, and we'll also offer the black trigger with the Freedom Edition lasering on it. So we'll laser the American flag on the sides of the trigger body, and we'll have either a black safety or the thin blue line safety.
You talk about thin blue line. That's the one I have. But what is the thin blue line trigger?
Thin blue line trigger is our black trigger body with a blue safety, and that is a donation item for us. We donate 25% of the retail value of that trigger sold to the Concerns of Police Survivors organization that's all about supporting surviving family members and co-workers of police who fall in the line of duty.
And after all these years, a couple of years you've been doing that, how much money have you given to this organization?
So far, we've donated over $250,000 to them and counting.
Wow. And it's continued with the Hellcat.
Absolutely.
Well, this is Gunstock Reviews approved. This is a great product. I'm really happy to have this product first for all of you guys to see. And remember, stay safe and have fun at the range.
Thank you for watching Gunstock Reviews. Please visit our website at www.gunstockreviews.com for more exclusive content. Please visit our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/gunstockreviews. Your contributions would be greatly appreciated and help us grow our selections and frequency of videos.